This segment of Farm Talk is brought to you by Newport-Fersan, Jamaica. It's time now for Fersan in the Field, real issues, real solutions. Today we're taking a look at nutrient lockout. Free up your nutrients today. Sajae Jones, agronomist out of Manchester and St.Elizabeth, now joins us. Sajae, good morning. How did you spend Labor Day?
Good morning, Arthur. I was in the lovely parish of Manchester.
Of course.
Manchester Flower Show.
Oh, you're at the show. How was that?
It was wonderful.
Can well imagine. Nature in all its glory, and they always pull out all the stops to make sure it's a spectacular show. So that sounds good. So your project yesterday was helping other people to see the beauty of nature.
Yes, I'm enjoying it myself.
Of course, of course. Did you buy any plants?
Well, you know, the wife would not go out and not return with any
There
plants.
we go. Because wherever we go, we're going to buy plants.
That is it.
All right. So, Sajae, this morning we're talking about nutrient lockout and how to free up nutrients. Why is it even important for us to focus on nutrients?
Well, as we know, nutrient lockout, it is one of those things that bothers the farmers day and night without them not even knowing. And the importance of focusing on nutrients is that it's not just about applying any nutrient. It's about knowing exactly what you need to apply and when you need to apply it. So when we focus on the nutrient application, we want to ensure that the nutrient that we're applying is the one that we actually need.
Okay.
We can be applying nutrients and still get deficiencies.
Well, help us to better understand. Let's drill down a little bit deeper and help us all to better understand when we talk about the nutrient lockout, what we're actually talking about.
Well, when we're talking about it, what we're talking about is let's say, early warning signs in the crop that differ from the norm or what is expected. This can be an uneven growth, pale or yellowing in the leaves, intervarial corrosive, stunted growth. If the plant is uprooted, you may even find that the roots can be severely underdeveloped. And
so anything that suggests that the plant is under some kind of nutritional stress?
Yes, and
Okay.
and it's key now to remember that it's not only nutritional stress, but nutritional stress when fertilizer applications are being made.
Mm-hmm. Well, talk to us a little bit about that. Why do farmers continue to add fertilizer, but they're not seeing improvement? Not all farmers, now some farmers.
Well, many farmers respond to poor crop performance by increasing their fertilizer application, assuming that their crop is lacking nutrients. And we can see this making sense. If you're hungry, you're going to eat. So if the plant looks hungry, then you're going to go ahead and feed it.
Mm-hmm.
However, the underlying issue may well be a nutrient imbalance or poor soil chemistry. Right? Nutrient lockout is applying additional fertilizer and can actually intensify the problem rather than correct it. Excessive nutrients can create antagonistic interactions within the soil, where one nutrient interferes with the uptake of another nutrient and availability of another, right? So without proper soil analysis and balancing of the nutrient program, nutrients begin to compete against each other within the root zone. The root uptake efficiency declines, the soil chemistry becomes further imbalanced, and fertilizer use and efficiency decreases. And overall, fertilizer investment is often wasted. In many cases, the crop can continue to show deficiency symptoms even after repeated fertilizer application, because the issue is not the total amount of nutrients in the soil, but the plant's ability to access and utilize them effectively.
All right, so very, very important information being shared here. I want to touch a little bit on the role of soil pH in that whole system of nutrient lockout, and how it is that farmers can, one, know what is going on with the soil and then make the adjustments.
Well, soil pH is one of the most important factors.
All right, put the receiver a little closer to your mouth because we're losing some of what you're saying.
So soil pH is one of the most important factors that influences nutrient availability and overall plant health, right? Mm-hmm. So it directly affects the chemical form or solubility, the mobility of nutrients within the soil, right? It determines how easily plant roots can absorb them. Even when adequate fertilizer has been applied, improper soil pH can significantly reduce nutrient uptake, efficiency, and contribute to nutrient lockout. So when the soil pH becomes too high or too low, certain nutrients can become chemically unavailable to the crop. Some nutrients may accumulate to toxic levels. Beneficial microbes may decline. Beneficial microbial activity, that is, may decline, and the root growth and nutrient absorption efficiency can be reduced. For example, highly acidic soils can reduce the availability of calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, while alkaline soils can limit the uptake of micronutrients such as iron, zinc, manganese, and boron. As a result, crops may often show deficiency symptoms despite nutrients being present in the soil.
What causes the nutrients to be there but unavailable to the crop? What are some of the factors that contribute to that unavailability?
Well, all right. So let's look at it from this point then. Farmers can be adding fertilizers, right? Mm-hmm. So, all right. Let's give an example. So, high phosphorus. A farmer may continue adding fertilizers to a soil that has a high phosphorus level, right? So the plant is looking weak and discovered, while the real issue is that the phosphorus accumulation in the soil or a high phosphorus level can interfere with the uptake of magnesium and zinc, which creates a nutrient antagonism within the root zone. This often results in intraveinal chlorosis, pale foliage, weak plant development, and photosynthesis efficiency, right? So the root problem is excessive phosphorus. What we are doing, or what the farmer would be doing, is adding phosphorus whilst adding magnesium. So a farmer will know that intraveinal chlorosis is a magnesium deficiency. And the farmer knows that the plant needs phosphorus, right, for energy. And the plant also needs magnesium for photosynthesis. So the farmer adds both of these to the plant, knowing full well that these are nutrients needed by the plant. But what he is lacking is the knowledge now that the plant, that the root, that the soil already has phosphorus in it. So adding excessive phosphorus locks out magnesium. So he's putting on magnesium but not seeing the returns, or not seeing the benefits that he's seeking from that magnesium.
And that really is where Newport-Fersan comes in, because of course you're doing the testing, you're able to tell the farmer exactly what is going on with the soil, and you're also, it's not just about the soil pH, the water pH is also very critical. But this begs the question, how important are beneficial soil microbes in helping to unlock the nutrients that are tied up, like your phosphorus, your potassium, sulfur, and iron?
All right. So when it comes on to soil microbes, and this is one of the topics that many farmers tend to neglect or are not au fait with, not familiar with. So beneficial soil microbes play a critical role in maintaining a healthy soil biology and improving nutrient availability within the rhizosphere. So the rhizosphere is the active root zone that surrounds the plant root, right? So these microorganisms help to drive the important biology and chemical processes that support plant growth and nutrient uptake. So some of the key functions of these include the soil biology of the rhizosphere activity. What this is the beneficial microbes interact within the plant roots and create a more active and productive root environment, right?
So it's hold on, Sajae. So it's all of those little insects and things that are happening on the ground that we can't see, like the fungi and the protozoa and the nematodes. All of that is taking place. So we're standing on top of the soil, And all of this is taking place beneath our feet.
All of this is taking place beneath our feet, and we need to better understand what is taking place beneath our feet in order to put the puzzle together and better help ourselves to address these issues before they become major headaches.
Certainly sounds good. It makes a whole lot of sense. And I'm very happy to be having this kind of conversation with you. And it's not just for the farmers who are directly involved in growing crops every day, but I would imagine that this is important information for all of us.
It is, because this information is literally life and death.
Right.
It's promoting life beneath the soil so we can have the life above the soil to sustain our life and to keep the ecosystem going.
All right. Sajae, we're on the break. I am breaking for the news and the weather with Paula Ann. And then when we come back, we pick up on this in terms of getting more information about nutrient lockout and freeing up nutrients today. We'll also be joined by farmer Dwayne Smith when we come back after the news. All right, so we're into the final segment of Farm Talk in Sunny Side Up, and this morning it's First-Hand in the Field, Real Issues, Real Solutions. We're talking nutrient lockout and freeing up your nutrients today with Sajae Jones, agronomist out of Manchester and St. Elizabeth, and we're also now joined by Dwayne Smith, farmer out of Nain in St. Elizabeth. Mr. Smith, good morning. All right, we don't yet have him. In just a bit, we will bring him into this conversation with us. But Sajae, what strategies are Newport-Fersan agronomists using to help farmers overcome nutrient lockout?
Well, we use a science-based and field-driven approach to help farmers overcome nutrient lockout and improve overall nutrient efficiency. This focuses not simply on applying more fertilizers, but on creating the right soil and right root conditions that allow the crop to effectively absorb and use nutrients that are already present in the soil. So this key strategy includes soil testing analysis, which is a comprehensive understanding of what the soil holds in terms of its pH issues, excessive nutrient levels, and hidden nutrient deficiencies that may occur, right? Then we'll move on to balancing the fertilizer recommendation through our AMS programs, which is where we take the soil test and we analyze it and we provide a nutrient program that is fitting to your soil, right? We also do pH management, which is correcting the soil whether it's acidic or alkaline. If it's acidic, then we will use the calcifersan in order to raise the soil pH, and if it's alkaline, we'll use sulfursan in order to lower the pH to correct the issues that we spoke of earlier in terms of your nutrient lockout, whether it be macros for your acidic or micros for your alkaline soil, right? We'll also use biostimulants in order to help the plant to effectively utilize the nutrients that are applied. The overall objective is to improve nutrient uptake efficiency and the crop performance by helping the plant to access and utilize these nutrients more effectively rather than relying solely on just increasing fertilizer application.
All right, well, let us bring Dwayne Smith in. Mr. Smith, good morning. How are you?
Not bad.
Good. Let me first of all find out how you're preparing for this hurricane season that is ahead of us, just a few days away, given the experiences you have had with Melissa and Beryl before her.
Well, preparation is normally just putting a plan in place to activate once we get a warning that hurricane is heading our direction. But that is basically all we can do. Just make preparation and put planning in place to effectively control our environment based on our structures that we have in place.
Excellent. And I wanted to touch with you a little bit on what your experience has been with nutrient lockout, which is what we're discussing this morning, and how this was addressed, or how Newport-Fersan helped you to address the issue.
Well, the issue I was having was discoloration of the leaf. The leaf were getting yellow.
Mm-hmm.
So based on that, and we had fruit loss based on the fact that the plant wasn't feeding properly.
And what kinds of crops are we talking about?
Sweet peppers.
Okay.
So based on observation, we realized that something had gone wrong. So I had asked the first-hand representative to do a soil test for me. And based on observation, he was telling me that the plant wasn't uptaking my magnesium properly. So he do a soil test and give me a recommendation, which he said the soil result was showing that we had high phosphorus. So based on this soil test, he had recommended a new fertilizer program to solve the problem in eliminating the phosphorus from the mix, and that was how we corrected the problem.
Yes. And so let me bring Sajae in, because Sajae, clearly you can have different things going on, and that is why the soil testing is important. So had he not done this, he likely would not have had the information on hand so you could do a particular formulation or a particular blend for him, right?
Definitely. And as with Mr. Smith, there are many farmers that are in Mr. Smith's case. Mr. Smith has a nice operation. He's one that pays keen attention to his farm. But without information, then he would not be able to make adjustments. So it's not that we are farmers that are not paying attention and that are not willing to do the right thing for our operation. Because we have many farmers that are like him that are interested in their crop, but just need a bit more information, and that's where the soil testing comes into play.
Yes.
So with that, we were able to work together. We created the program and implemented it, and then we saw the changes that he needed to see, and that would show the returns that were comparative to his investment being made.
Well, Mr. Smith, what changes did you see, and how long did it take for you to see those changes, and what difference has it made to your overall production?
Well, the changes was almost immediate. Within a week, we started to see changes. The leaves started to become greener, and it started to hold fruit more evenly throughout the crop based on the changes that we have made.
Good. And of course, when that happens, healthier plants, you're producing more fruit, and more fruit means more money in your pocket.
Definitely.
So I take it then that you would recommend this to other farmers, that if they have these kinds of challenges, similar to what you face, that you bring in the team, you do the soil testing, and then have them do a special formulation.
Yeah, definitely. We recommend others to the program, and they have had results also.
Very good. So you're not keeping good news to yourself?
No.
All right. I want to thank you so very much, Mr. Smith, for sharing with us this morning, and I wish you all the best.
Thanks, same to you.
All right. Take care. All right. So, Sajae, products that you have in your arsenal, we think about you as the fertilizer company, but there are other products that you have as well, right, that can help farmers to maintain the balance that they need for their crops.
Definitely. And we were speaking earlier on as it relates to soil microbes, and one such product that we have is the Bacto Gang, right? So what the Bacto Gang will do, it's a multi-strain microbial concert, and what it does, it helps to improve the soil biology, activity, and nutrient availability by introducing beneficial microorganisms into the root zone, right? A multi-strain microbial product that helps farmers to overcome nutrient lockout by unblocking tied up nutrients, improving root health, and increasing the nutrient use efficiency without simply adding more fertilizers, right? So it helps in nitrogen fixation, which improves the nitrogen availability. As regards to phosphorus and potassium, it helps with the solubilization of these, which also improves their availability to the crop. Sulfur and iron mobilization for improved micronutrient uptake. The soil health restoration through improving the microbial activity. It improves the root development for better nutrient uptake and water usage, right? It also helps with the fertilizer use efficiency, as you can gather from all that we've said before. And it is used through soil drenching, right? It's not something that we spray onto the crop. It's something that we can drench or drip onto the soil, as it's living microorganisms and need to be applied to the soil so that they can take root and reproduce and help that crop to further utilize those nutrients that we are applying effectively.
All right, excellent. Before you leave us, Sajae, let us know how it is that people can get in touch with you there at Newport-Fersan.
Well, you can always visit us on our social media pages, leave us a message there. You can contact our offices, or you can reach out directly to me at 876-553-3832.
All right.
That's 876-553-3832.
All right. Thank you so very much, Sajae. Excellent information being provided. I know that people are very happy with getting the information because it makes their life that much easier when they can better understand what is going on with their plants and how it is that they can make corrections that will, of course, improve the outcomes when they put the crops into the ground. Thank you so very much, my brother.
Thank you for having me.
A pleasure. Sajae Jones, agronomist, Manchester and St. Elizabeth.